gentlemen, the official for tonight's game, the referee is John Dennis. The umpire is Glenn Samples. The head linesman is Steve Fisher. Kevin Weimer is the line judge. And the back judge is Joseph Spencer.
Welcome to West Sam TV presents High School Football. Week number 2 here in the Great Pacific Northwest. An incredibly beautiful evening for a football game, and we're up at Bainbridge High School. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr, Kitty Campagna on the other microphone, and Spencer is our cameraman and computer man tonight, sending it out live to the world over the kitsapsun.com website /GOTW. Go to the game of the week. And very happy to be working with the Sun, Kitty, to be able to bring these great high school football games on a Friday night live to the community over the internet.
Oh, this is an exciting thing for us and the Sun. I talked to the marketing director there, and he was very excited with the product that we put out that first week and the upgrade that we're able to bring to it with a little bit of experience that we have. And what we're getting out of it is that people have the opportunity to see us live, and they can go, they archive all this. So if you miss it, you can go back and see it.
And this is going to be a good game tonight as the Bainbridge Island Spartans under head coach Andy Grimm, 15 years up here, take on the Kingston Buccaneers under head coach Dan Novick, also AD at Kingston. Both teams coming off a victory in week number 1. A big one for Kingston over Chimacum, but a pretty hard contest for the Bainbridge Spartans over the North Kitsap Vikings in week number 1.
Yeah, that was just a 13-7 victory, but you gotta like Coach Grimm. Immediately he starts his season with the other people on the peninsula, and there's going to be some hard-fought football here. North Kitsap gave him a great game this year. Kingston is coming in with a lot of veterans and a lot of confidence after making it into the playoffs last year.
A little bit of a bobble there by Kingston as they receive that first kickoff, and Bainbridge takes advantage of that dropped reception on the kickoff to pin Kingston pretty deep. Kingston in the away white and gold, and Bainbridge in their home blue and gold.
Well, remember, Doc, last year we ended the season with Kingston at Renton Memorial Stadium over in Renton. And this year it's not the first game, but we certainly are revisiting them in the second game.
And this is still what would be considered an exhibition game because Bainbridge plays 3A Metro League, and Kingston, of course, one of our Olympic League 2A teams. And Kingston will go on offense, but they're going to start out at about their own 5-yard line with Sam Byers back at the QB. Quick handoff to his back, and not much yardage on that first one.
Well, Kingston had a lot of success with both the pass and the run against Chimacum. So they might hit a slight.
Well, it's tough too when you start out back in your own 5-yard line. Not an easy place to work out of.
It like puts your playbook at 3, I think it is. You know, you suddenly don't have all those options.
And Kingston is in that I formation. Senior Sam Byers under center. He's got 2 backs behind him. It goes to the running back, and again, a great job on the defense by the Spartans. A whole bunch of guys there, one of them getting off the bottom of that pile, number 56, Josh Moskness.
Well, notice that chain gang has not moved. Nope. They've just been stuck on that same 5-yard line.
Maybe a half-yard loss on one of those 2 plays, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 11 here for Kingston. They've got 2 receivers split out to each side. And again, they'll be using that I formation most of the evening. It's a
Byers
keeper.
Takes it himself.
And Sam will pick up a few yards on that. Looks like he'll move out to about the 11. But it's not going to be anywhere near enough to get that first down. So the first series, Bainbridge comes out the winner on the defensive end of things.
Well, that's a great play that I bet they will use several times just because of the fact that Byers is listed at 6'5", 239, which is one big gentleman behind center.
Well, and of course, a key component of that Kingston basketball team also.
He takes that football strength onto the court.
Kingston gets it away, and at the Kingston 45, Bainbridge has got a little bit of running room there to the 35, down to the 30, and that's where the runner is going to be brought down at the 30-yard line, and that's Alex Copeland.
Well, and the kicker was Sam Byers. We've seen a lot of this where your quarterback stands back there and ends up as punter.
Actually, we saw that last week.
We did, with Josh Ganowski out of Klahowya.
Yep. And that does make some sense if your QB can kick.
Well, remember the famous John Elway quick kicks and several of the things he's done.
Yep. Okay, first offensive series here for Bainbridge, and they're going to start out on the Kingston 30-yard line. Pretty good starting position for Kingston. Quick handoff to the back. Number 7's got some running room. That's Jake Brigham, a senior.
Well, this year, Byers is listed as a linebacker. I seem to remember him more of a defensive back last year, but at the size that he's at, he's also still got quickness to be on that line, and I think they keep him on the end a lot.
Second down, and Bainbridge picking up about 7 yards on that first one. Handoff to the back coming around, and ball is loose. It's down on the ground, but I think it's recovered by the Spartans. Looks like, yeah, coming out of there on the bottom of that one is the Bainbridge Spartans, so they held on to it, but a pretty good defensive effort. Joshua Fitch. So that'll bring up third down now for Bainbridge. They got about 2.5 to go for that first down.
Kingston facing the sun, so they have the sun in their eyes.
And it's going to be close. I don't think they're going to make it. Connor Teddy is quarterbacking out there for the Spartans. I guess they did. Okay. Stretch out that body. Get an extra couple feet.
Well, he was definitely past the 20.
Okay. Well, they're going to move it down to the 18 of Kingston, where the Spartans will have first and 10. And Connor Teddy, a sophomore out there, QBing. Hands off to his running back, and number 28 is going to get a little bit of running room. That's Joseph Blacker. Coach Grimm's got some sophomores out there working for him here to start the game out with.
He was worried about his depth, and so maybe he's trying to build some right now. Not a bad idea.
They're going to give him about a yard on that first one. Second down and 9 as the sun gets ready to set behind the smoky Olympic Mountains.
Not the Kitsap sun, though.
Nope.
Going all the time. But you're right, some beautiful sunsets these last couple days with, unfortunately, the wildfires.
And a handoff again. They're going to pick up close to that first down once again, and Jake Brigham doing the work so far. Brigham is a senior at 6'2", 220 for the Spartans. And it looks like they're going to be about 2 yards short. That'll bring up third down and 2, which is about what they had on that last series, Kitty.
Exactly, and they were successful then. Lars Nelson comes in from the sideline with the play.
Kingston defense is going to have to really tighten up here to try to stop the Spartans. One man behind the quarterback. That's who gets it. It's Brigham. Oh, nice tackle in the backfield. Number 52 for Kingston. That would be Tucker Burns.
He, too, just a sophomore, but he had an awesome game against Chimacum. He had 4 assists and 2 fumble recoveries, so you better be careful around him.
Well, he shot right in there and got Brigham. And so Bainbridge going to set up for a field goal here on 4th and 2.
Where's Brent when we need him? He's always so excited for those. His one opportunity in the Central Kitsap game, they did not make it, and he was a famous kicker.
Ball is down, and it looks like it's going to be good. Let's see what the men's signal and stripes, and that's true. It is good, and that's Connor Winship putting the first 3 points on the board for the Spartans at the 6:20 mark here in quarter number 1. Well, fun to be working with the Kitsap Sun this year and being able to stream these games live to the community worldwide.
Exactly, and for those of you who aren't finding some of our games on BCAT or quite yet. They will be coming. We have a full schedule of other events that are on there right now, and we only have one time frame. But we will be getting some of these games on local cable access as well.
We'll definitely have some high school football for you as well as high school volleyball.
We're working out a schedule on that, and it sounds like the Sun is willing to work with us and do some streaming volleyball. So how exciting.
Well, Bainbridge had a great starting position. You can't beat starting out on the other team's 30-yard line, and even though they didn't put it in the end zone for 7, they did put points on the board, which is what counts. 3-0 in favor of the Bainbridge Island Spartans. Are going to kick off now to Kingston.
Doc, we just saw the first point scored on this Kingston team in 2011.
And ball picked up deep in Kingston's end, and this time they get a little bit more breathing room as number 11, Bobby Reese, brings it out to about the 23-yard line. So that's where they're going to place it.
Bobby's just a sophomore, but he's seen a lot of playing time.
So Kingston with a little better starting position this time. Got themselves a little bit of room to work now.
So like 20 yards farther than last time. It's quite a difference. Plus the sun's starting to go down. That
could be tough still. Another few minutes for the quarterback. The receivers will be looking back, so no problem for them. All right, Sam Byers under center. This time he'll pitch back to his back. They're going to the air with the flea flicker. Oh, a great designed play. Pass was by Chandler Setterland, and he had a wide open receiver out there.
And I was trying to find the receiver's number, but you're right, Doc.
I believe it's Bobby Reese.
Okay, a well-designed play. They were all coming up on the line because all that Kingston had done was a lot of running at this point.
And if they had gotten that to him, he could have walked into the end zone.
He had beaten his man slightly.
Okay, that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Bucks.
Well, in this particular game, Doc and I are outside in the stands. Quite often we're in the booth. There's not a whole lot of room up here at Bainbridge, so we don't get to listen to the defensive coordinators going, ah!
Well, we've got a timeout here, and Kingston called it, so Coach Novick wants to be sure everybody's on the same page after that last play there. 2nd down and 10 for him. 6:07 here left to go in quarter number 1.
A big thank you to Coach Novick, who sent me all kinds of stats and depth charts and all kinds of information on his team. He's pretty proud of this group and just the group he's worked with. He's been the coach since the beginning, and what he has done with those kids has been quite phenomenal.
And the AD since the beginning of Kingston
exactly.
High School. So, yeah, I always enjoy working with Dan, and once again, kudos to their basketball team. We'll get into that a little bit as the game goes on. Sam's back in the shotgun. This time he hands it off to the one back with him, and he's not going to get much on that. Maybe he'll get it out to about the 25, 26-yard line. That was Setterland.
Gain of 1 yard.
Setterland was their main back in the game against Chimacum. He had 14 runs for 91 yards. It looked like Coach Novick was able to try several different people at positions that night.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Buccaneers. Ball is placed just beyond the Buck 25-yard line.
One of Byers' favorite targets is number 88, George Marinan, and he's out there on the side closest to us.
One back behind Sam. And 4 split, 2 to each side. It's a quick pass to this near side. He's got some running room along the sideline, and
Psychic? Am I psychic, Doc?
Going to be close.
That was Marinan.
That was a nice job there, getting it to the side.
Oh, definitely a 1st down.
Senior George Marinan. Moving the chains on the other side, and they move it out to the 36-yard line for 1st and 10.
Last week, George only had 2 receptions, but for 41 yards, and each time they were TDs.
George listed as a tight end, one of my favorite positions. Coach Carroll.
Well, it's funny when you look at the depth charts, though. I believe he's a Y or a Z because they have a whole nother language. Here comes Byers!
Byers is through the line into Spartan territory, breaks about a dozen tackles, and finally gets pulled down at the Spartan 20-yard line. And that was from the beginning going to be a quarterback keeper.
Yes, and I told you I thought they would run that quite often because he is such a big, quick guy that very tough to bring down, as was evidenced in that particular play.
Big play for Kingston as they move deep into Spartan territory. Ball at Bainbridge's 22-yard line. First down for the Buccaneers from Kingston. And this time, full house in the backfield for Sam. Uh-oh, there goes a hanky. And Kingston's applauding, so it may be offsides, and that's the way they're moving it. Offsides against the Spartans. 5-yarder.
Flag on the play. Indication of encroachment on the Spartans. That's a 5-yard penalty.
So
first down.
That will be 1st and 5.
For Kingston.
Here we have about 4 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Ball into the red zone of the Spartans.
Red zone heading towards the red sun.
Byers hands off to his trailing back. He's got some running room. And into the end zone is Chandler Setterlund. And he made a couple of nice moves. First move there, the line did a great job of blowing open that hole right there at the line of scrimmage. And then Setterlund basically caused one or two of the deeps to miss.
Well, and you look at that and you go, oh, great running by Setterlund, which it was, but it's the hole that he got originally from his line.
That initial hole on the line. First TD on the board for the Bucks, and the line drive kick is through the uprights, and at the 3:53 mark in number 1, the Buccaneers now with the lead 7-3 over the Spartans.
And that was Colin Stone, a junior, with the kick, number 30.
Well, the Buccaneers did what they had to do, which was answer those points that the Spartans put on the board in their drive, and so now the ball goes over to Bainbridge to see if they can do similar.
When I look at the stuff that Kingston sent me, they always listed defense first. So defense is very important to this team, but they're proving to be quite the offensive force as well. So Bainbridge is going to have to come back and see if they can answer. They're on their home field, and there's a lot of people here rooting for them.
Well, for some reason it seems like it takes a little longer in the season for the defense at this level to really gel. Whereas at the pro level, it's just the opposite.
Right.
The offense takes longer to gel at the pro level at the beginning of the season.
Could be their massive playbooks, don't you think, Doc? Just incredible.
Massive defenders that can run
that too.
4-second 40s.
Yeah, how does a thing that big move that fast?
Well, a good start to the game tonight for both squads. But Kingston now with the lead, just under 4 minutes left to go here at number 1.
Colin Stone also has the kickoff duty. He is the only one we have on our list that does say K, so I'm not sure who his backup is if he's not there.
Byers.
Well, at least on punting. Yeah, why not? We'll just have Byers do them all.
Just do it, Sam.
Yeah. Quit lolling.
And there's the boot. Drives Bainbridge back to about their 11, 12-yard line. And there's a flag right away. Still on his feet, though, is the Bainbridge receiver, and that's 87, and that would be Kyler McCamey.
He did a good job of rounding up that ball because that obviously is a live ball on a kickoff.
Yep, once he touched it like that, too. He touched it, and then it went to the ground.
Well, he didn't even have to touch it. On a kickoff, it past 10 yards. It's anybody's ball.
Legal hit in the back.
And that's our head linesman, Steve Fisher, giving the signal. The referees and umpires tonight, John Denis is the referee, umpire Glenn Samples, line judge Kevin Weimer, back Judge Joseph Spencer, and like I said, our head linesman Steve Fisher. The John Dinas name might sound familiar to our streaming friends because last week Mr. Dinas mic'd up for us on that Central Kitsap Eastlake game.
He was man in the white hat last week.
He did a great job. I watched parts of that and listened to it, and his rapport with the kids is pretty good.
And that's going to move Bainbridge back at another 10 yards.
So the second one is...
It's going to move them back to their own 9-yard line. And it will be 1st and 10 from that point, even though the chain gang hasn't moved.
They might need to do that. I think they're looking over at that now. That's a good point, Doc.
We'll see.
I think it is.
But otherwise, it's going to be 1st and 20.
Which it might be, because it could be a dead ball. Nope, they're moving back.
That's what I thought.
That's the beauty of that many referees. They really do actually, each of them has certain jobs from timing to chain gang to all those things.
Tough starting position for the Spartans down deep in their own territory. Matt Stone carrying the ball on that one around this near side, and he'll pick up about 9 yards on that first run. Getting it out to about half a yard from that first down, just around the 19.
Second down and 1 yard to go for Spartan first down.
Yeah, I thought I had copied something wrong there for a second. We have 228s listed, but you did pick the right one, I think, Doc.
And Teddy with the quick handoff this time, and it's going to be into first down territory for Jake Brigham.
No panic in Bainbridge at all. They come across with, they've been running it well, so why not continue?
Yeah, so far Jake's been getting most of the carries for the Spartans.
Number 12, Alex Copeland, comes in from the sideline with the play. Coach Grimm seems to like to run it that way. I've never understood the ones where they make the quarterback run to the side and run back. I'd be exhausted before I did the play.
And he fakes a handoff this time, and he's going to the air. He's got the open receiver. It's Brigham out at the 30, and he manages to get out to the 34-yard line.
He was surrounded by Buccaneers. That was just threaded perfectly.
That was a nice pass by Connor Teddy.
They had a blitz coming on, as I saw Byers almost in the backfield at that point.
Did a nice job of picking it up and getting the ball out. First down for the Spartans at their own 34-yard line.
Ooh, there was movement. He tried to go into the frozen statue mode, but it didn't work.
I believe that's Joshua Fitch. Illegal motion.
He might be able to get away with one of those. Coach Grimm called him his hardest hitter in the Kitsap Sun preview of all these teams.
Yeah, Fitch is a senior 6 foot 185, and both of these teams have a lot of guys listed as linebackers, which is where you want those hard hitter,
that
quick
is correct, yeah.
guys. Okay, it'll be still first down, but 1st and 15 now for the Spartans as they get moved back to the 28. Brigham with it. He breaks some, goes through the line and gets out to about they're going to mark it at the 39-yard line.
Byers with the shoestring tackle on that. Nice run by Brigham.
Jake Brigham, the ball carrier, gain of 10 yards.
So that'll bring up second down now and 5 with about a minute and a half left to go here in quarter number 1.
I was listening to the lady who's head of concessions, or at least one of the concession people. She said last week was like a homecoming crowd, and she was predicting the same today.
No, Teddy with a nice little fake there in the backfield and gets the ball out to number 28, Joseph Blacker. And that's going to be a first down for the Spartans at the 45.
Lead them on the stop for Kingston.
That was a nice fake by Teddy there in the backfield. I'm sure most of Kingston figured it was going to Brigham again.
Oh, sure. The way he's been running, you bet.
And it is to Brigham. Brigham puts his head down, goes over tackle, and gets into Kingston territory at the Buccaneer 49-yard line. Under a minute here in number 1.
Really nice job by Bainbridge just to continue running it quickly. They get up to that line pretty quick as soon as that play comes in.
Well, we'll see if they got enough time to get this one off. 30 seconds left on that clock here in the first quarter. Oh, ball gets a little loose, but the quarterback gets it, hands it to Brigham. Brigham will take it into first down territory, but there is a yellow hanky out there.
I'm thinking maybe a face mask. We'll see what they call at that point. That was a great delay. I don't think that was part of the plan, but it worked out quite nicely.
Yeah, I don't think it was part of the plan either. No. We'll have to see what this penalty is.
It's a beautiful night up here, Doc.
Personal foul against Kingston, and
I think they hit him in the head. A hit to the head.
That's all I could figure. Either that or the hearing aid isn't working.
Well, Doc, I actually ran off some of those so I'd have a better idea, and they're missing half of them, I think. And it wasn't as new as they should be because they've changed unsportsmanlike conduct to non-sporting behavior. They've taken the man out of it. So we are generic.
And that's a big one. That's got 15-yarder from the point of the foul. So that's going to move the Spartans down to the Kingston. It's going to be about the 28-yard line, and it'll be a first down for Bainbridge. Now coming around again is 28, Blacker, and he'll pick up a yard or two on it.
Ball spotted at the 25-yard line.
A lot of whistles again. Probably because it's the end of the quarter.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't get our cool woo!
The fire engine medical sound or the big whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, at the end of number 1 here, the Kingston Buccaneers lead the Bainbridge Spartans 7-3. Welcome back to quarter number 2 here at Bainbridge Island High School as the Bainbridge Spartans in the blue and gold host the Kingston Buccaneers at the beginning of 2. The Bucks up 7-3, but Bainbridge knocking on the door of Kingston. I'm the doctor, Spencer's on the camera, and Kitty Campagna on the other microphone. And we've seen some offense so far, Kitty.
They are moving up and down this field pretty easily so far. The only stoppage was that very first drive of Kingston because they had such a poor starting position. But if you remember correctly, Bainbridge started on the 10-yard line, which is about where they are now because we've switched directions.
Yeah, that's correct. First down for the Spartans. Teddy with the handoff, coming around to this near side. There's a bunch of running room, and into the end zone is Joshua Finch, senior running back for the Spartans, and he'll put 6 up on the board.
Yeah, so once the first guy missed him, he took that corner, and everything they gave him went to with the perfect angle for the end zone.
Just underway in quarter number 2, and the Spartans retake the lead. PAT is through the uprights. And so 10 now for Bainbridge, 7 for Kingston, just underway here in the second quarter.
Connor Winship with that PAT.
So both teams looking pretty good moving the ball so far here tonight. It's going to come down to which team can make a defensive stop, it looks like.
You could be correct, and Bainbridge being here at home, they seem pretty comfortable with their home field, having won their first game against North Kitsap and now against Kingston.
Well, that first game was a tough one, though. That went into OT, pretty tight ball game, and it wasn't a high-scoring game either.
No, 13-7 was your final score, and these guys battled hard. I don't think they expected quite that out of North Kitsap. They beat them decidedly last year, but they have a new coach this year and a new attitude, I think, and maybe some of the same players, but a little more seasoned.
Well, yeah, last year, because of a lot of reasons, there were a lot of sophomores and even some freshmen playing varsity ball out there for North. And so even though it didn't do too good for last year's season on the record for North, it gave those guys a lot of experience. And I think North is going to be a lot better team this year.
Oh, by far, definitely.
All right, the Spartans ready to kick off. Good kick down to, inside the 10-yard line. That's a nice kick there.
Reese with the run back.
Bobby Reese brings it out to they're going to place it at about the 23-yard line.
Kyler McComey and Nicholas Moore in on the stop.
Yeah, Kingston had 4 interceptions last week. They haven't had a lot of opportunities for interceptions against Bainbridge.
Well, Kingston had a pretty hefty score last week against the Chimacum Cowboys. Was that game in Kingston or up in Chimacum? Both outdoor fields.
They are both outdoor fields. It was at Chimacum.
Okay, which I believe is they play at Memorial Stadium in PT. All right, Byers in the shotgun, and he's going to grab it, go right up through the middle, and pick up about 4 to 5 yards on that.
They remembered they had a little bit of success with him running early and trying it again.
Pretty good stop that time. It looks like they're going to give him about 6 on it. So second down and 4.
It's now second down and 3 yards to go for a Kingston first down.
Byers back in the shotgun with one back next to him. Yeah, once again he hangs on to it, and this time he'll pick up about 3, 2.5 to 3. It's not going to be enough for the first down, though.
Nicholas Moore, one of the Spartans.
Well, I guess it is.
I know, our angle must just be bizarre, because I've been with you, Doc. Half the time I don't think they have it.
Yeah, they got it out to the 33, and that was enough for the first down. So first and 10 for Kingston. Just underway at quarter number 2. Bainbridge back up on top, 10-7. This time Byers will go under center with 2 backs behind him in the I formation. Goes to the tailback, and he'll pick up a couple on that.
That was Nick Tabanera. He had 59 yards last week and 2 touchdowns.
A lot of sophomores out there playing, especially for Kingston.
Well, they do have that advantage that they can play as freshmen as well, so they might actually have a little bit of seasoning under them.
Second down, about 7. 7.5 to go for that first.
Good crowd over there on the Kingston side.
Yep, filling the bleachers at SRO. Good crowd here on the Bainbridge side,
yeah.
jam-packed.
Oh, blitz. Nice pickup.
Nice job that time by Sam Byers, and just like you said, he saw that blitz coming and immediately pulled the ball down and took off running. And when you got a quarterback that can run like that, that's a pretty good deal. He's going to be about a half yard, maybe less than that, maybe a foot short of a first down.
Well, his guard in front of him he took on 3 Spartans and kept them out of the quarterback's face for long enough for Byers to get.
Third down and short for the Bucks. And Sam is going to take that 6'5" frame and get himself a first down.
So that's 2 yards that he is long.
That's correct.
Plus, so that's a good plan. Nice push by his offensive line to make that happen.
I was going to say, that center is getting some work there with Sam. We'll have to check and see his number.
I was going to look at my
I think it's Joseph Shoemaker.
It could be. At my depth chart that said who their starting center was.
Pitch back to the tailback. Oh, he's got some running room. He's into Spartan territory. That is Chandler Setterland.
You're right. Shoemaker listed as the number 1 on the depth chart for center.
Xander Silverman in on the stop.
That'll take him out to the 48-yard line of the Spartans, and it's going to be second down and a couple to go for the first. Again, the Buccaneers use that I formation a lot. This time, handoff to the fullback.
I don't think he's got quite the first down. He's pretty close, about a yard short.
Yep.
Number 61 on the stop, that's Logan Dietrich, a mere 300 pounds.
The big guy out there on that anchor in that line for Bainbridge. Yeah, they got about a yard to go here. It's a little bit further than they had on the last third down. And Byers has got 3 men behind him on this one. And again, a handoff to the tailback. Oh, he's not going to make it, Kenny.
Number 2, Tino Coletti came in and just took him out at the feet.
They're going to be short by about a yard. Didn't make hardly anything on that one. They've got to get inside the 46-yard line. So it's fourth down, and the smoke is not from the fire in the Olympics, it's from the barbecue.
Oh, and it smells way
great.
too good.
I know. Okay, Kingston's going for it here on fourth down. He tried to, Sam tried to pull the defense offside. The D did a nice job of holding their position.
I saw a little bit of rocking, but they can do that.
Yes, they can.
None of them went forward.
Yeah, as
Good
long
discipline.
as they don't encroach in that neutral zone territory. 6 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the first half. Bainbridge up 10-7 over the Kingston Buccaneers.
Kingston used up their second timeout on that one. They have 1 remaining for the half. Probably a good choice on that one. And now we'll see if they're going to still try to get this, or if Byers, their punter / quarterback, will be kicking.
Well, this could be one of those positions where it's a good thing to have a quarterback as a punter who can also run or pass.
Correct.
The ball. And we'll see. He's back in the punting position.
Now,
we'll see what Coach Novick has drawn out. This will be a fun one.
Unlike Klahaya, he is a good 10 yards behind, which is your typical punter position. Oh, now Bainbridge isn't believing them anymore. They don't have anyone back.
Oh, and he does kick. Pretty high kick, and it's going to take almost took a Bainbridge bounce, but it was downed quickly that time by Setterland. And that's where Bainbridge is going to take over. Will be on their own 19-yard line.
Appreciative clapping from the Bainbridge crowd. One of the first stops of the evening.
Well, even though they didn't have a receiver back there, the ball, when it hit, started to come back towards Kingston. And so Setterland did a nice job of downing it back there for the Buccaneers. First down now for Bainbridge. Two backs in the backfield and a quick handoff to Brigham. Brigham
The ball carrier.
will pick up about 3 on that one. Going over the right-hand side between the guard and tackle.
To the Spartan 23-yard line. It'll be second down and 6 yards to go.
We're about 5.5 minutes from halftime, and the field here is full of potential performers. It's just amazing, all the people getting ready to come out here.
Second down now for Bainbridge. And again, it's a handoff to Brigham. Nice defensive effort this time by a bunch of Buccaneers.
Gain of 2 yards to the 25-yard
I saw Joseph
line.
Shoemaker on the outside of that bunch.
Third down,
But that-
88 is getting up off the bottom of that pile for the Bucks. That would be George Marinan. Brigham still picked up about 2 on that one, so it's going to bring up third down now and 4 to go for that first, but pretty good defensive effort that time by Kingston.
Now, Bainbridge continues to be led by number 18, Connor Teddy at quarterback, and
Yep.
what we knew was Chris Bell, senior number 5, as the quarterback. I'm not sure if he's injured or exactly what the plan is here.
And Teddy to the air. He's got his receiver. First down and more. Uh-oh, a lot more into Kingston territory. Nice job that time by Teddy, and Joshua Fitch was his receiver, taking it all the way into Kingston territory. And the last potential tackler running Fitch out of bounds.
That was Sam English finally bringing him down, but that was, what a run. Fitch is maybe the hardest hitter. He's also got a little bit of hitting just when he's running.
The receiver stepped out of bounds on the 46-yard line.
Oh, we missed that. They
Well,
stepped out of bounds.
That was still into Kingston territory. And that's a big break for Kingston, about a 30-yard, 25-yard break on that one. First down for the Spartans at the 46 of Kingston. Teddy with the handoff to the man coming around, number 28. We've seen that one before.
And there's a flag.
Good run by 28.
And I think it's Matt Stone. There are 2
Okay.
28s, and I've seen one. There is
Okay.
a second one on the sideline, and I heard the PA guy say Matt Stone. So
Okay, we'll give that to Matt, the junior, versus the 28 sophomore. Pickup of about 7 yards on that one.
if we are wrong, we apologize. Kind of hard to tell the difference from this distance, even if we knew either of the young men.
Indication of holding against the Spartans.
We'll see what the man in the white hat has to say. It is a hold, and it is against Bainbridge. So that'll nullify a nice effort by Stone. They've used that back around
Now bring the ball back to the
to good
29-yard line when the Spartans will
effort
have it
this
first
so far
and
tonight.
13.
And he's come close to getting the corner again. The one time he got the corner, he had the touchdown.
Oh, and this time they're going the other direction, but Kingston not going for it. The D did a nice job of stringing them out, bringing them down.
On that
for
Spartan
no
emblem.
gain.
There they are, right there.
And that's Max Wysong, 25, carrying it. So it's going to bring up second down now, 13. About 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Second down for Bainbridge. And Teddy to Brigham. Oh, Brigham breaks through the line, and he's got some positive yardage.
Brings the ball carrier.
Sam
They're gonna-
English bringing him down.
They're going to put it at Kingston's 40-yard line,
40-yard line.
which is going to bring up a third down and about
Third down, 4 yards to go.
4 yards for Bainbridge to make a first down. Under 3 minutes here in the first half.
Brigham is listed at 6'2", 220 pounds. That's a good size running back for high school level.
One back behind Teddy. It's a pitch out to Brigham. Brigham around this right side. A missed tackle, and Brigham's going to get a first down for the Spartans.
That was Jake Brigham, the ball carrier.
Finally brought down by, looked like Richie Sander in on that.
Where it'll be a first down for the Spartans.
Ball will be placed at
Stop for Kingston.
the 33-yard line.
Doc, we need smell-o-vision tonight. Send this barbecue smell somewhere else so we're not quite so hungry.
Smells good. All right. First down here for Bainbridge. This time it goes to 32 around that right side. They're keeping it pretty tight, and it's Fitch. Fitch will pick up about 5 on that one.
Fitch with the one touchdown for the Spartans tonight.
And it looks like we have an equipment issue.
Oh, they were hooked together.
Yeah.
And they just had him separated.
2 helmets hooked together. Jason Logue for Kingston. I didn't see whose helmet it was, but they gave it to Dietrich to pull them apart. The big guy had no problem. All right, second down now for Bainbridge. Under 2 minutes to go here in the half.
Oh, excellent fake.
Yeah.
Oh, ball loose.
Ball up in the air, and Kingston's going to come away with it. Number 11, Bobby Reese.
Bobby Reese.
Could be why they had like 4 or 5 fumbles against Chimicum. That one was stripped from the runner.
The Buccaneers will take over.
Well, Kingston will take over on their own 37, but there's only 1:39 left to go in this half. Kingston down by 3, though.
The Kingston's not had a lot of luck in the air yet. They've had a couple plays that looked like they had potential. Bainbridge will stiffen right now.
And Byers back in the shotgun now. Short drop back, going to the air. He's got the open receiver, number 22, out at about the 40-yard line. That would be Derek White. And a pickup of about 3 on that one.
The Kingston 40-yard line.
Byers saw the possible blitz and had his back, pointed out which guy to pick up, and he picked him up beautifully.
Clock continues to tick here.
Down to 7 yards.
Apparently they don't have a 2-minute offense.
They might not yet.
Because they're still huddling. Second down now for Kingston. 1 minute left in the half. And Byers is going to keep it. Quarterback keeper puts his head down and will pick up about 4 or 5 yards on that. But at this point, it's the clock they got to beat, not the Spartans.
Kingston might be willing to settle for the 10-7 being behind a little bit here at halftime.
Hail Mary.
There
if you don't
always
catch
is.
it, clock stops.
It does stop, and then it becomes the other team's ball in the near future.
Third down. Well, actually, they've got third down, and it's about, I'd say 3 yards, 3.5 maybe for the first, but there's less than 15 seconds now on the clock. And quick drop back. Sam is going with the long one.
And no flag. Oh,
yes,
here it comes.
There is. There had to be a flag on that one.
He was connected to him the entire time down that sideline.
Yep, Alex Copland from Bainbridge was just riding Bobby Reese. And so that will not only move the ball into Spartan territory, it will stop the clock with 6.9 seconds left to go here in the first half.
I swear that is John Dinas as our
That's
head ref.
what it looks like to me too.
Head linesman, even though that wasn't how it was listed on the card they gave us.
It looks like John, but we'll see. Now, the pass interference is not the same as it is in the pro. It'll be a first down, and I believe they will. It would be 15. Well, it's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. unlike the pro game where it would be at the point of reception.
So it is like the college game.
Yep.
The college game is also that way.
Well, 6.9 seconds for Sam Byers. He's got two guys behind him, two men split. And all he needs is time. He's got a receiver out there, and just off the fingertips of Richie Sander. But the clock stops with 1.7, so the Bucks will have another chance at that Hail Mary.
Byers was busy talking to the official as number 25. Max Wysong was in on top of him, and I thought he hit him pretty legal. It looked like he hit him when he still had the ball, so.
1.7 seconds left to go in this half. Kingston with the ball on the Bainbridge 41-yard line. Sam back in the shotgun. Puts a man in motion, coming across in front of him, fakes a handoff. Oh, nice defensive effort. And it actually wasn't Sam Byers, it was Bobby Reese back there.
Oh, you're right.
Are we doing a Wildcat or what?
And that's Nicholas Moore with that.
That was a great defensive
end of the second quarter
effort by Moore for the Spartans to keep Bainbridge on top here at the end of the first half. The Spartans leading the Buccaneers 10-7. A pretty good first half for both teams, Kitty.
Doc, the way it started, I thought we'd have a little bit more scoring because both teams were kind of moving up and down pretty quickly. But there was a lot of running involved, and so that used up a lot of the clock. Now, Coach John Dinas, I think, is asking, I don't know what he's asking for up there, but he was signaling to the booth up here. I don't think they're putting, it was probably how long for halftime. I'm not sure. They're still signaling. But both teams have left the field, so I don't think we're going to have anything but band here.
Well, I don't know. The referees are out there. They could play.
Spartan fans,
and John's still waiting.
if you drove to the ball game a gold BMW 318 and your license plate
I don't know, Doc.
I don't either.
9294, your lights are on.
They need the comms.
I don't think they're bringing them back.
They need the guys in the orange gloves.
Yeah.
Your lights are on.
There he goes. Okay.
It's over.
It's officially the end of the first half and 15-minute halftime for the band. So we'll be back with you here shortly. Happy to be with you tonight. Bainbridge Island. I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, Kitty Campagna on the other microphone, Spencer on our camera, and happy to be working with the KidSaps streaming live on the internet.
And here's a way to support your Bainbridge Booster Club. Get in on the pool. If you go to the concession stand underneath the grandstand, you will find a pool where you can buy a square and buy the right square